If you notice, we took it up that the red 5 went below that, or the green 5 went below the green 3, and that was, we took it out. Now we've rallied since, which is normal. That could be a reversal, but I've been warning everybody. Again, let me say, I qualify this. This is not a prediction. I do not make predictions, okay? I do assess risk, and I think there's a very strong likelihood, more than a possibility, that this market can break and break hard for 6 to 8 weeks, probably into August or September, and go under 40,000, 40K. And I know that's not a popular opinion. I was almost booed out of Tonevay's having um, party, but there are significant reasons for this. Of course, we've been in a bull market now since the beginning of 2023, and it would be very unusual if we did not make new lows, and that's why I say probably below 38,000, kind of into the new low for the year's area before we go up. Not saying that's going to happen, but saying there's a big reason to have extreme caution here. I actually did get short and got stopped out, which is, frustrating as a trader. But here, if you look at the monthly chart, this was just a confirmation. This is from Tonevay's trading indicator, which I recommend as a fantastic tool, and you can order on his website. I think we have a links to it on our website too. I get nothing out of promoting it, but it's that good that it is worthwhile purchasing. And if you look here, this is a monthly 9, and so that gives you some caution. Now that doesn't mean necessarily that it's going up or going down, because here was a monthly 9 when we broke out here in 2020. And of course, it just kept going up. It started on its lows and rallied the whole month, and went from 17,000 to 29,000. I actually missed out on this whole move. I caught all the way up, and I got out in here, and I missed this whole up move. But that's going to happen. So the point is, you can't. You just want to be nimble in here. You need to be nimble. And I'm saying that I think there's a good chance that this thing's going to go under this low, which is 38,498. If it does that, it would fulfill all of my, and now I think we're ready for a bull market. Guys, there's a lot of reasons for this. Number one, the market is in a pretty large contango now, and the market's very sophisticated. There's a lot of very sophisticated traders now trading Bitcoin. The structure of the market's changed. They understand futures markets and derivatives are created for the hedgers and not for the speculators. And so as a hodler, you do need to learn how to hedge your hodl. And I think it's an important thing that you do. It doesn't mean that you go net short, but you can actually increase your hodl by protecting at least a portion of your hodl, and you don't have to sell your Bitcoin in order to do it. So I've written articles on that. You can find it on the website. So that's the main reason I wanted to get in here, because I did, warn people about this, and it looks like, I measure, if we go into my article, and I do think it's in this, did you put in the article building a position? Is that on here or not? Okay, well, don't worry about it. I do have an article that the most difficult part of trading, and you can find it on the website, is establishing a position, and that is the case, whether you're going long or short. And on that, I also teach you how to properly pyramid. I just got done with somebody going through my boot camp, and he was asking me about that, so that's probably why it's currently on my mind. So anyway, I just wanted to go through this with you guys, because I know everybody got real bullish up here, and we're going to 100,000, 200,000, $1 million Bitcoin. Hey guys, I get it. I'm not a, I'm not a Bitcoin bear, except for the short term. I think it's very, very good possibility. And I think the other thing too is, we're not sure really what Bitcoin's use case is yet. I mean, I still have my fingers crossed about it being used as a means of trade. I think it is a great store of value. I think you want to put yourself on the Bitcoin standard. But, you know, as Jimmy Song wrote years ago, and I agree, why do you want to spend your Bitcoin on a cup of coffee? And so if you can use it as a payment rail, now that's different. And that's why I'm in Mexico, because they understand your remittances, and they understand using things as a payment rail outside of the banking system. We did. We went to this new conference that they had down in La Paz, and it was successful in the fact that I met some really interesting people in Mexico that are really going to try and take Bitcoin to the next level. And if there's any place that it can be done, I think it's going to be here in Mexico, as well as El Salvador. I do want to recommend this interview that Tucker Carlson did with President Nayib, I can't pronounce the name, Bukele. And if you can, be sure to watch that. I got so much out of it. Basically, the whole gist of it that I got out of it is how are they cleaning up this terrible state? And it was horrible 50 years ago. I was talking to El Salvador citizens then, and of course it all multiplied with the MS-16 gangs and them being shipped back, and he kind of tells that whole story. And they asked, well, how did you solve this thing? Well, he said, well, we implemented some programs, but that's the official version. But the unofficial version is we prayed, and we prayed for wisdom from the Lord, and it's a miracle what's happened down there. And unless you understand their history, it really is a miracle what's going on down there. Now, what has happened, and what I got out of this meeting in La Paz, is there is a group that wants to start a Bitcoin association, and it's actually starting in El Salvador. And the reason it's growing, the reason they want to do it, is there were a lot of shitcoiners that invaded El Salvador and started promoting scams. And so they want to build this as an association. I don't know the vision. I'm kind of looking at it. It might be like American Automobile Association, or between that and the combination of like the Better Business Bureau. But their goal is, we want to have this association both in countries and a worldwide association. So this is kind of the first one that they're starting, and then of course they want to do an association in Mexico, and but basically it's a self-regulatory way. They want to keep it in Bitcoin, and hopefully self-regulate the market to avoid some of these things. Now, it's not going to be perfect, and there's going to be a lot of problems with it. It's not a panacea, but it is something. When it was explained to me, I am open to it, and especially, I believe that Bitcoin is not going to be used as money until we develop banking on it. And I think that Mexico and Central America and probably South America is going to be one of the first places where it develops, because they already have a very large cash economy. They understand that there's kind of a two-tier economy, legit market, and the other one, it's not really a black market, it's just a cash market. And a lot of business in Mexico is run off of cash. And they also have two competing currencies, the peso and the dollar. So there's a lot of things going on with that, and there's a lot of new companies down here that we're going to try and see what we can do to get those things launched. I've always thought that if we can come up with a method of going to some of these, I can never remember the name. What are the little tent sales that they have down here?
Canopies.
No, that's it. I'm just drawing a blank. Swap meet, yeah, swap meet. Yeah, if you could issue a currency that can be used to swap meet, those people would actually save those certificates from week to week, and then they start thinking, hey, this is an interesting thing because this Bitcoin holds its value and goes up. It'd be a way to of course, encourage trade and also a savings program. So, again, I have very mixed views of this because I think we've made so many mistakes in Bitcoin through trying to get it through these legacy markets. I don't think having ETFs was a good thing. I don't think having KYC was a good thing. I think it'd be wonderful if governments went back to the gold standard, but it'd be even better if they'd stay out of Bitcoin. But that's probably not going to be the case, so we're just going to have to live with it. So, but I wanted to do the show just briefly outline that, hey, I've been, warning about this break. We're getting it. We took out the 2-week low. That's how I measure. Everybody that reads my stuff will know that that's how I measure a trend. That now that we took that 2-week low out, we've confirmed that the likelihood is that we're going to go down. I see a potential that going all the way under these green dots. Not saying it's going to do that, but that's, I think, is the risk. On the contrary side of that, there's a lot of there's mining. It has been knocked in the head. There's before the halving, mining was very profitable, and now it's very marginal profit. Profitability has gone way down. There's not the hedging opportunity that there was before the halving, but the issue is you don't. A profit is not guaranteed in mining, and people, you cannot judge the price of a commodity by the cost of production, because yes, there is a quasi correlation, but a market could go on for years where it's unprofitable to produce something. Now, granted, Bitcoin is different because there's that limited supply. And so it's a whole different ball game. And that would be the biggest defect that I'm looking at in my analysis of this thing, is that we're looking at Bitcoin, which is a completely different thing from anything else we've ever seen in the marketplace. So it doesn't have to follow, what I see would be a normal market in this thing. And again, I'm looking at this. This is this 9. We have made a top in here. This is now we're at the point this thing hits new highs. We're off to the races, but we're not there yet. And what you need to look at is, how am I going to do if Bitcoin breaks under 40,000? And that's what I'm warning you guys again. All right, let me do a little promotion here. We are doing something new. If you go to our website, I am doing a boot camp, and right now I've just got one student going through, and I'm actually writing the outlines now. I'll be working on week 4 now, but I've got one student. He's getting one-on-one schooling, and if you want to sign up for this, you just go to uglyoldgoat.com, hit boot camp. I want you to read this article before you book the call. Make sure you read this article. It explains the boot camp. It outlines what we're going to be doing every week. It tells you why I'm doing it. Basically what this is, guys, this I call it advanced equity trading. And the only difference between what I teach and this boot camp is we're creating an accountability forum. And so once you go through this boot camp, you're going to be introduced to other fellow traders that are serious about this stuff. They're going to be traders, fantastic traders. There's miners in there. There's guys that do some great fundamental analysis. But we've all come to the same conclusion that it's not your technical skills and it's not the fundamentals that determine your success in trading. It is managing your funds, and part of that managing of funds that I think I want to really improve on is we're just going to be accountable to others in our trading. And I've always said, if a person is not willing to publish their trades in real time, you don't need to follow them because they're just BSing you. They have to have a consistent track record over time. And, I'm comfortable doing that. We're getting more and more of these guys that are lifetime members that they're publishing their track record. Well, we now can do that on the BitMEX Guild. So if you join the guild on BitMEX, I'm not offering that for anybody that joins the guild because I don't want people, and unless they're serious about what I teach, I'm not going to let them on there. But if you join the boot camp, you'll be able to look at the guild, or even if you buy an equity trading start kit. Okay. Now the boot camp is not for everybody. The equity trading start kit is. I don't want people signing up for the boot camp thinking you're going to go through and you're going to be able to be like Ugly Old Goat and run $5,000 into $1.5 million next year. Okay. You might do it. You're not going to do it unless you follow the way what I teach you, but it's not a guarantee that you will. And what it's going to do is open that door so you have the possibility. And if this program is basically, it's for already successful traders, we would love to have you on this thing. Like I say, I'm guiding somebody through it right now, but he's read all of my stuff. I'm getting as much from him as I'm giving to him, so we're learning from each other. And this is what this is all about. I don't want just anybody to join. If you go through, we're going to qualify you. I don't want you to join if we're not going to teach you about Bitcoin. You can learn that through my writings, a whole lot of books out there that explain, we're not going to advise you what exchanges to trade on. We're going to do any of that. We're going to assume that you already have a HODL and that you are already a trader. And you either want to join it if you're a successful trader because you want to get better, and if you're not a successful trader, is to change your thinking so that you can become a successful trader. Because without exception, people lose their shirt for lack of money management. And the one thing, I took a hit this year in my personal life, and so you can you need to be accountable to people, and we need to be accountable in our trading. So we don't take everybody. If you schedule a call with me, there's some questions here that you have to answer. And we don't want you to, it's not a cheap program. It's $15,000, payable only in Bitcoin. And so we don't want you to do that, unless you have a net worth and you're a regular trader. If you have consistently lost in Bitcoin, or you see yourself as there's so many traders that they're able to build a fortune in trading and then they lose it all. And this is what we're working with you to avoid, is how you first of all obtain a HODL and then build that HODL. So that's what we're doing on this. If you're interested in this program, please fill out the application. You'll schedule a call with me. I'll be talking with you for about an hour to find out your trading history, and if I think I can help you, we may not be able to help you. If you don't qualify, that's fine too. You can get our equity trading start kit. And again, this is what it's compiled of now. You don't get all this. You get at least 5 or 6 of these things. We're going to give you all the books that we have, a hat or shirt or whatever. We're going to be building this website too. We're just with other merch. But if you buy the start kit, and that includes both of my books, hard edition and a PDF file version, so you can watch it online, and they will be signed by me too. So that is the advantage. Again, if you want to get that, we are accepting payment in U.S. dollars through Zelle. There's the Zelle account. If you pay us in Bitcoin, we give you a discount. So that's the way you do it. Just contact us and we'll send you an invoice. and that'll do it. So I don't know that there's anything else I wanted to cover. I just wanted to outline, that I've been warning people about this break in Bitcoin. We're getting the first part of it. Actually, we just went down and took out that 2-week low. So far, we found good support there. This thing can hold in here and then start going up. But right now, I think you still have to be cautious in this market. I'm probably the only one out there that is saying, hey, there's a good possibility that we're going to break, well below 40,000. I'm not looking for it to be a long-term bear market. I think it'll be one of these, swan events or black swan events that will be short-lived but hard and furious, and just, people will be buying it thinking, catching the knife, and it'll just keep going down until we go into a backwardization situation or something like that. I don't know what's overhanging the market, but I guess it's an intuitive feeling that I have. And so far, I've been right on this thing, and I've been all alone. I feel comfortable being all alone. I feel comfortable, being bold about these things. Again, I don't make market projections. I've been short. I got stopped out at the top, which means I'm out of step, but that doesn't make any difference. I have confidence in my trading abilities, and if I miss this move, there'll always be another one. But I am doing this boot camp. If you want to join a group of successful traders, that we understand that the common denominator in trading is managing your funds. I will be giving you all the basic teaching materials to have that implanted in your mind. If you're going to be a successful trader, this managing your funds just has to be a part of your DNA. The only fatal mistake you can make in trading is to mismanage your funds. Remember, we don't know where the market is going. We have no control over the markets. The only thing we have control over is our equity. And so that's on you. And you need to grab hold of that responsibility. You're responsible for this. The beautiful thing about Bitcoin is you're responsible for your keys. You're your own bank. And you have to take that same application and apply it to trading. And as you build your hodl, you're now are becoming a commercial interest. You now need to learn how to hedge that hodl, and so that you can build that hodl whether the market goes up or down. And anyway, that is what this course shows you how to do. We're going to, first of all, what I do personally is analyze your trading and work my best to just break you down and throw away the charts and get rid of all your bad habits, because I've found that almost in every case that people lose in trading because of the way they think, and they think there's some kind of magic formula out there. And like I say, don't ask me where the market's going, because I don't know, but you can ask me whether I'm long or short, and I'll tell you. And in fact, I'll show you. My positions are open to our members. All right, that's it. Guys, hope to see you there. Again, if you want to sign up for this boot camp, we're going to be I'm still writing the program, and as as you go through it, I want your help in designing it. So I am offering, if you sign up now, I'm offering a 20% discount. Normally it's $15,000, but I'm still writing. I'm on week 4, writing outlines to this thing. I'm going to be writing week 4 this week. And so if you sign up now, you can start the program immediately, and we'll give you a 20% discount. So instead of $15,000, it's $12,000. The other members that are with this boot camp, you become an Ugly Old Goat lifetime member. That's my life, not yours. Now, I hope it goes beyond my life, but it's kind of up to you guys as members. But what you're going to do is join our membership of fellow traders, and it's a great group. I'm on there now. They were showing me some stuff Now they're looking at. I noticed they're looking at commitment of traders on the CME. Well, I told you need to look at that, and I haven't looked at their analysis, but what I do is give you all the right materials. Uh, uh, I teach. We do the TA too, but the first 4 weeks is I get you out of the TA. I don't want you looking at charts. I want you looking at your equity. I want you to start charting your equity swings. You don't need to look at the open, high, low of the market necessarily. I mean, you will, and we want you to get back there. But what you really need to look at is the open, high, low close of your own trading, because that's what you're managing. That's the only thing you have control of. You don't have a control of the markets, but you do have control of your equity. So I hope you got that in your heads. That's what I'm going to be instilling in you. You don't need this. If you're new to Bitcoin, just build your HODL and then work your way into it. And, we want you to come on board with us, but I don't want somebody, if you don't need us, if you don't think you need us, that's fine too. If you follow the principles that I teach, you don't need us. But what I'm adding to, because I found my own shortcomings, is it does help to associate and be accountable to other successful traders. And this is what this is all about. And so basically what I do is I give you all the tools that I know of, and you get a lifetime membership. Hopefully it's for years. I hope I have another 10 or 15 years in me, but I'm 75 and I have had health problems this year. But by the same token, I think we get this thing going well enough. I want to build this boot camp and of this membership into something more permanent than just me, because like I say, the members I've been, kind of out of the markets here this last year due to personal circumstances, and I'm coming back now. But these guys carried the ball without me. They don't need me, and you don't really need me. You do need the principles that I teach, and if you can get those out of the website free, but this next step is, okay, now I'm hanging with other people that have the same idea. And that's the whole thing behind this thing. So I'm done. We'll find out if this market's going to go under 40,000 or not. We certainly are at a very big pause place right now. And we'll see if we're going to reverse or we're just going to keep hammering this thing. And again, I want to go do a seasonal thing. I think there's a pretty strong seasonal for the market to bottom out in August, September period. And then it rallies into the November things. And that's more of a fundamental than a technical thing. But anyway, hope this has helped. And we're going to be doing some new things. I went to this conference in La Paz and met some, I'm seeing what's out there. The conference was very poorly attended. And what they wanted to accomplish, they did not accomplish. But I think the ideas that they have merit, and so I'm in their corner, and we'll be seeing what we can develop. Hopefully, we'll be having some kind of an event here in Ensenada soon. That's what they want us to do, and so we'll see if we can pull that one off. If so, we'll let you know. And I'm going to be doing this regularly, so